Hi, Steve with the ZBar. I am out doing my first hunt, so super excited to do this one. It's a liquor store that I have talked about quite a bit called Barrel Proof Liquors. It's up right where Huntertown, Fort Wayne, kind of right in that area off Lima Road. Turn the camera around here, show you a little bit about what the front of it looks like. Then I'm going to take you in and show you inside. Look at some bottles. Hopefully they have some cool stuff today that we get a chance to look at. All right, so that's what the outside looks like. It's part of a Phil's One Stop. So there's a Phil's One Stop on one end, and then this is on the other end. It's been here for probably 2, maybe 3 years. Nice looking outside. It's really, really nice gas station, liquor store combination. Let's go take a look. So here's what the front counter looks like. We'll take a tour through some of those bottles here in a little bit. But I want to start off with kind of some of their special bottles that are right up front. So these are a lot of their single barrel selects that they've done, as well as some of the other ones they're highlighting. Start right over here. So you'll see they've got a nice selection of the Penelopes. They've actually got both of those Penelope Old Fashions. They've got the black walnut and the peach. I've done reviews of both of these. They're both, I think, really good. The peach one's a little sweeter than the black walnut. That black walnut, I think, is a pretty special one. Could be a little higher proof, but it's pretty good. They have a really nice tequila selection. I'm not going to go through that just because I'm not trying to build a tequila channel, but they've got some really cool tequila bottles up here, including the Cascanes, Don Furlanos, the G4s. I mean, so if you're into tequila, they got a heck of a selection. As good a selection I've seen in Fort Wayne. They have a pretty good rum selection as well, by the way. Okay, let's kind of focus in on some of these single barrels. So here's the first one I'm going to show you. So this is kind of an interesting one. It's the Michter's barrel strength. I think it's 109 proof. I have never seen these out in the wild, or I guess recently I've started to see a few more, but usually you don't get these other than going to the distillery. That's the only place I see them. So I think that's pretty cool that they've got them, and they actually bought a whole barrel. They actually, I think they might have bought a couple of barrels, but they have a bunch of it here. So you can kind of get a flavor. They've got a bunch here. They've got some in each of their stores. Barrel Proof has 5 stores currently open. I think they got a 6th one that should be opening here soon. Some other kind of cool stuff. They got the Lou Holtz bottles. I've seen those around a little bit, but they're pretty cool. Some Peerless Toasted hit down here, $114. Did a review of this Jack Daniel's Tennessee Blackberry. This one was nowhere, and all of a sudden you're seeing it everywhere. It just came out in the last month or two, but you're starting to see this one around. But $26.99, good price. It's good with a squirt or something like that. You know, go check my review up. I'll try to put a link to it up on the top. They've got one of their Knob Creek selects. So this one's 126.2 proof. The Knob Creek selects. The Knob Creek selects they used to cap those out at 120 proof, and so I think Barrel Proof got one of the first ones that came out where they're true full proof, what they came out of the barrel on. So those are pretty cool. They got a bunch of those here. Bring you back over here. This Burr Rye. So this one's an interesting one. I actually had a chance to try this. They had one open here on the tasting area, and I had a chance to try it, and I was like, that's really gimmicky. How's that going to actually come out? But I was shocked at how tasty it was. Really, really good. So I have one of these on the bar now. Maybe I'll do a review with you guys of that one. That sounds like kind of fun. They got a High West cast strength, 59.9% alcohol volume. This is theirs, so this is their selection. I do have this on my bar as well. I don't know that I have it open. That might be another fun one to kind of do. $74.99 is the price of that one. This one's the barrel proof select of the rye. So I haven't seen a lot of barrel proof selects of these. This is tasty. I actually have this one as well, and this one's actually really good, and the higher proof point is nice. So that's a good one. Now this one's not a select, but it's a kind of an interesting one. 30% bourbon and 70% rye whiskey. So again, kind of that burr rye theme. A lot of stuff. Then they've got a neat little table set up here with just a whole bunch of cool products. That's their barrel proof of Heaven's Door. So Kenny, if you're watching, I know you were on the live the other day and participated a bunch with that. Thank you for that. But you were drinking Heaven's Door that night. This is a barrel proof version. So this one is 120. So 120 proof. I have not tried that one. That'd be another fun one for me to pick up. James E. Pepper, this is another one. It used to be really hard to find, starting to show up in more and more spots. They've got cases of it here, $67.99, which is a very good price. About to do a review of these First Wests. That's a brand new product, been out for maybe a month and a half. They got all three of them here, $74.99, $64.99, and $84.99. That review should be up within a week, so hopefully you'll be able to see that. 8-year new riff, and then the 1776 for $30. I just turned this review, just did it live. This is an amazing product for $30. Been around, James E. Pepper, so it's made from the same folks that had that decanter bottle over there, but amazing product. On this side over here, I'll kind of just highlight on the wall over there, got a whole bunch of Scotch, some Irish whiskey, just a whole bunch of different, very good whiskeys. So if you're looking for more Scotch whiskey, again, I'm more into bourbon, so that's what I talk about more, but there's some great Scotches up here. And he's even got some better ones back behind the bar that you'll see here in a second. All right, I'm gonna take you through this pretty quickly, but he's got some Canadian whiskey over here. The Whistle Pigs, I was just telling Nolan up front that I'm most likely gonna buy this one today. I have not seen this around very much, but I've heard people talk about it. Let me get my camera on this thing. This is that Whistle Pig wheated whiskey. So if you know a lot about Whistle Pig, usually Whistle Pig is it's rye, and so this is a wheated bourbon, and I can't wait to try it. I think it might be really, really good. So Basil Hayden's, Baker 7, whole selection of Knob Creeks. The K-Luke, the Gluck, as I like to call them. We've got all 3 different expressions of that one. That one's, again, one of these that's getting a lot of talking about right now in kind of the whiskey reviewing world. Whole bunch of smoke wagons, just a whole selection of them. I saw they just sold, there was another one there that they just sold out of that was here, but they still got a big selection of that. Bunch of Hard Truths. So that's Indiana whiskey, a whole bunch of Hard Truths. Peerless. Again, there's no one in town that's got a bigger selection of that Peerless than here. And then there's the Redwood Empires that I talked about earlier. He doesn't have them all, or they don't have them all, but they've got a batch of them. Probably a bigger selection than most is this Old Elk, just a ton of Old Elk. Now they just went through a purchase, so Old Elk just got bought out, but they've got a ton of different expressions of Old Elk. I mean, as I said, I think that the most impressive thing is just the selection. They have a huge selection here. All right, I'm going to flip this thing around. We're going to kind of talk for a second as I walk back to the front. So as I walk back to the front and I get a chance to show you kind of that front area, the selection's huge. I mean, they've got all the coolers, they got everything for the beers and the wines and all that stuff as well. But for me, as a bourbon guy, this is pretty impressive selection of bourbon. So, all right, let's flip you back around. Oh, Nolan, did you guys sell out of all that chocolate? You had the chocolate. Is it gone already? Get the heck out of here. So they had the chocolate Crown Royal. They had it up here for taste the last time I was in, and it's all gone. This is kind of cool bottle. Pilar, $6.99. I did buy this. This is a tequila. Haven't had a chance to open it yet, but let me taste it before I bought it. It's pretty good for tequila. All right, so cool stuff. Here we go. So these are Glenfiddich products. There's a $1,500 version, $1,549.99. $799.99, $369, and a $284.99. So $3,000. The Nika, beautiful bottle, beautiful case. Benriach single malt, 40-year-old, $4,899. These bootleggers, I actually have this one on the bar. It's pretty good. $499, so they aren't cheap, but it's pretty good. Calumet 18 year. This is one that's been a ton of reviews done on that in the last probably few months. Pretty good. The Master's Keep, this is the last year version, the Triumph. I actually have I actually just picked up the brand new one that just came out, the Beacon. So I just picked that up yesterday. Whistle Pig 21. We got some more over here. Got the Horse Soldier. A couple of the Rabbit Hole exclusives. One for $9.99, one for $14.99. And then a Calumet Farms, $4.39. A couple more of the more Bardstown, the higher end expressions over there. Here you got the Buckner 15. I actually just did a review of that, $325. It's really, really good. Four Gates, one of the barrel, Seagrass, $4.49. So this is a Woodford Reserve 150th anniversary of the Kentucky Derby. And then it comes with, if you buy the Woodford Reserve 150, it comes with the Old Forester 12-year and a couple of Glencairns. But a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful setup. But $15,000. So I wanted to make sure I took the opportunity to at least show that. Maybe somebody out there is super interested in that Woodford Reserve. It's here, and I'm sure they'd love to sell it to you. So really, really cool. It's just sitting in a display case right up front. But so you go. Pretty cool. I mean, it's a really neat selection. It's one of my favorite places in town to come to. So they do a nice job. I appreciate Zach, the owner, and Chad, general manager. The staff here are wonderful. They're certainly knowledgeable, probably one of the most knowledgeable in town. So hope you enjoyed it. If you have anything else you want me to review or talk about, or maybe a place that you think I should go to do a hunt like this, throw it in the comments. Otherwise, please subscribe, and love to hear what you guys have to say. Thanks. Cheers.